Well, this happens to the best of us. I thought I started my camera and I did not. So I've already started making the second card of the card series. Goodness gracious. So let me kind of backtrack a little minute. This is Spooky Fun, which can be found in toward the back of the holiday catalog. It is on page 52 and it is found right here. And you can also get it with the Halloween scene edgelets. And this is the second card in my Spooky Fun card series. And this also happens to be the week that I am sharing these cards with my TT.Scrappers or my card class to go ladies who have chosen to do that this month. I offer this every month. I will show you sometime between the 5th and the 10th what stamp set I'm going to be using. I invoice on the 15th and then I order the products on or around the 16th and I mail them to you on or around the 1st of the month. So the card series is going up the first full week of the month, and Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are the cards, just like I've been doing for a while. The difference is that the members of the club will be able to make the cards along with me, and you will have everything you need to make the cards minus the adhesive and the ink, and you can make 2 of each card. So that's what we're doing right now. I have taken, in your kit, you will get 3 layers of the Smoky Slate cardstock and 3 layers of Whisper White cardstock. Let me just show you really quickly so that you members of you will know what I'm talking about. You will have a Smoky Slate, and then you will have a Whisper White, and then a Smoky Slate, and then a Whisper White, and then a Smoky Slate. Oh, that I need to trim. And then a Whisper White. So you will have a card set that looks like this, and then you will also have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that goes as the base. What we're doing is we're taking the 3 pieces of the Whisper White cardstock, and all of these are cut so that they all layer on top of each other like this. So the card base is going to fold so it makes a 5.5 by 4 1/4 card. So that means that our first piece is cut at 5 1/4 by 4, and then this one is cut at 5 by 3 1/4, and so on down the line until we get to the very smallest, and that will be the card front. And you will have enough to make 2 cards, and then you'll also have an extra piece that you can put the sentiment on. So what I have done is I have taken my 3 pieces of the Whisper White, and I have taken 1 little piece of, and I'll just show you here, put a little strip of snail adhesive on the back, and then you can adhere each one of these together so that they won't move, but you don't want it to be a permanent stick. And you don't want to do this and then go run errands or something. You want to do this and then stick it right away, because if you leave it, it will become more adhered. But if you do it right away, you'll be fine. So I have all 3 of these layers, and I've taken my witch and my bat, and I have stamped those in the black, basic black ink. Now I'm going to take my Smoky Slate, and I'm going to do the same thing that I've done with the witch and the bat, only I'm going to do it with the ghost and the graveyard. So I'm taking the ghosts, putting them on my stamp pad, and just randomly making my own background card paper, basically. And don't worry if it goes on all 3 pages. Don't worry if it goes on just one of them. It doesn't matter. You're going to get it all filled, I promise. And you don't want the whole thing to be filled with something. You just want it to look like neat cardstock. I think that's actually pretty good. I'm going to leave it like that. And then I have my Stampin' Scrub with my Stampin' Mist all ready to clean my stamps so that I don't have to worry about that. And I find that if I do it right away and put the stamp away, I'm much better off. So finally I'm going to take my tombstones I'm going to do the same thing with them. Now, there are some stamps that you might want to do upside down and right side up and however you want, and that's absolutely fine. This is how you make your own background paper. And there we go. I think that's good. So I'm going to clean off this one. Put my tombstone away. And I do need, I think I'm going to use my basic black to do my sentiment. And you can pick whatever you'd like. I think I'm going to do just the one that says Happy Halloween. And I'm putting it just right there on my cardstock. The piece of cardstock that my club members have is going to be a different size. It really doesn't matter what size it is as long as it's big enough to hold all these sentiments, and they all are. So you can cut it down to size once you've gotten how you like it. So I'm going to cut this one down to size actually, so I will get out my paper trimmer. And I am just going to cut it around the edges of the Happy Halloween. I actually cut a little closer than I'd normally like to, but oh well. We will make it work. And then I'm going to take my smoky slate and I'm just going to run this around the edges like that. Man down, man down. Okay, so I have these 3 pieces, and now that I have stamped them and made my background paper the way that I want to do it, I can go ahead and pull them apart, and they will easily come apart. And if they're not so easy, that's okay. I mean, it's okay. Like this one ripped a little bit. It's okay. It's going to be covered, so it's not a big deal. So now I'm going to take my largest piece and put tape on the back of this. And now you do have to make sure that you're putting it in the right direction that you had it in when you stamped. Oh goodness gracious, look what I just did. I forgot to put my gray on there. So even when you have a lot of tape, you can still sometimes peel them up if you're careful enough. So let me put this on my gray. My smoky slate, excuse me. Now let's put the smoky slate down. My cardstock. There we go. This is scrapping and crafted in real life, people. We all make mistakes. So now it's the gray piece. And this is going to cover up some of what you've stamped, and that's okay. It'll be cool looking when you're done. And then the white piece. And then the top smoky slate piece. Which I cut too long. I think I did it on mine too. Oops. So let's see. I cut it the same as that and I need it to be a 1/4 inch smaller. Oopsie. I will fix your guys's too. So the top piece ends up being, or the top gray piece ends up being 4 by 2 3/4, if you guys were interested. There we go. And then finally, our very top piece. But before I stick this down, I am going to take some black thread and I'm going to wrap it around there 2, 3 times. So those of you in the Stamp Club will also have enough to do this as well. And then I'm just going to make sure that they're stuck down there with that adhesive. I'm going to take just a regular piece of tape. And I'm just going to put it down there just like that. And then I will take my glue gun and just, or not my glue gun, but my ATG gun, and just kind of go over the thread so that I know that it's down there. Oh goodness gracious, and this is too long too. I cut both of these too long. Goofball. So where's my trimmer? Here it is. Okay, there we go. It didn't make too much of a difference, so that's a good thing. And then I'm going to take my string that I had left untied, and I'm going to tie it in a little knot on the side. So once I've gotten that in a little knot, I can trim these to whatever size I want. But before I do that, I'm going to figure out where I want my Happy Halloween sentiment. Do I want it over this? Do I want it under it? And I think I'd like to use dimensionals on it. Sorry about that ride. Here, let's get you going. Oh my goodness. This is a heck of a ride. I am so sorry. I was reaching for my, whatever these are called. Now I'm all perclipped. I sent you sailing. Sorry about that. It has not been my card making day. Didn't turn on the thing. I think I'll just put it right there on top like that. Happy Halloween. Okay, so that is it. That's the card for day 2, and I hope you like it. I hope you try it. I love how this looks. I don't know, it's just kind of a neat layer, and it's just kind of cool. I like how you can like see the witch in 3 different ways, and the ghosts and all that. It's just neat. I mean, look at that. It's really cool. So I hope you guys enjoy it too, and I hope that you give it a try. I'm going to trim this just a little bit. I like how that one is kind of puffing out though. This one's actually doing it too, but I want it to be a little shorter and then do it. So if you take your thumbnail and kind of open it up a little bit, it does kind of do that. It kind of just looks like a broomstick to me, so it works for the Halloween cards for sure. and some of the other cards because it's just kind of cute. Okay, well that is it. I hope that you like it, and I hope you card members don't have any problems. Let me know if you do. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.